Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Good day. It's good to see you once again. And we are here for the part two of what we started with the sexist stereotypes. Today we are on the men. And before you think I am discriminating, please, though we have just one guy, we're supposed to have three guys. Unfortunately, one for some reasons can't join. The other, we're expecting him to join later. So it's not me. It's not me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So we have today here we have Chris. Chris, can you give me a wave? Let everybody see. We have Chris, that's Christy or Christiana. And we have Steffi. Steffi is Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. And we have our almighty Miss, the only gentleman here. Look at him. That is Jeremiah. Jeremiah Vincent. Akofo, whatever you want to call him. I don't know whether he's an Ashanti or he's a Fanti with all those names. Only God can tell. Anyway,
I'm a
welcome, guy. What did you say?
I'm a fancy.
Indeed, you are. He can't even speak fancy. He's not even been to Central Region before. That's so sad. All right, guys. So you might know these faces already, but I'll just quickly run you through who they are, where they're from. We have Christy. Christy's in Ghana. We are actually all Ghanaians anyway, but Christy currently from Ghana. I mean, where she resides. Yeah, and we have Stephanie. Stephanie in Virginia, and we have Jeremiah. Jeremiah also in Ghana. And we are just going to go straight to what we have today. And it's almost like the part one. I make the statements and then we'll see what they have to say. Since we have one guy, I don't know whether we should start with the guy. We should change the game a little bit. Should we, with your permission? Or we're just going to go like whoever want to go first. We're not going to straightly go with the rule. Jeremiah, what did you say?
Ladies first.
Ladies first. All right. That's
I
fine.
want down wished.
We hear you. We hear. Today is the gentleman's day, so yeah, we hear you. He's ever ready to always fight. Okay, guys. So the first statement, the first one of the most common sexist tags about men, they always say that men are emotionally unavailable. This is no news to us, but let's see what you guys have to say. Who wants to go first?
Um, Christy, do you want to go?
Oh, no, don't worry. You go ahead.
Okay. So, well, first of all, I would say maybe it's not their fault they are emotionally unavailable because society often like suppresses their vulnerability by telling them that men don't cry, a man must be strong and whatnot. But then also, I also think like at some point in life, as you grow, when you're learning and you're becoming more open-minded, you as a man, you should know that your emotions are important and you don't need to suppress them because the more you suppress them, the more you become angry at people for no reason, you do certain things that is like uncalled for sometimes. But yeah, according to data, like male suicidal rates are higher, and this is because they suppress their emotions.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I would not say they are emotionally unavailable. They are. It's just that they tend to suppress it, try to be tough in front of people, and try to be the head, even when like we women are okay with them being vulnerable and emotionally available.
Hmm.
That's what I have to say. Yeah.
Why would you have to try to be the head or be, I don't know. Christy, what do you think?
Okay, so I agree with Stephanie to some extent.
Mhm.
Society has made it difficult for men to express their emotions, but then they sometimes show their emotions when they have to. So it's not okay. And then generally, it's not all men who are emotionally unavailable. Some of them are emotionally available when they have to. It
Hmm.
says that mostly women do things based on emotions, but then most men would rather how do you call it, use more of their head. So then they find a way to suppress their emotions and then it makes them appear to be emotionally unavailable.
So it's like their emotions are timed, right? They have seasons when they're
Yes.
supposed to show emotions. All right, Jeremiah, you've heard them. What do you have to say about that?
Uh, Men are not emotionally unavailable. You understand? And I also think the basis of this statement boils down to our upbringing. It all comes to society. You know, growing up, there is this fabric into which you are woven into society. And it shows that if you're a man, you sometimes have to endure. You sometimes have to, in Chi, we will say, what's all retire, so you have. And I think
Translate for us.
you have to be kind of aggressive, like this
Okay.
compact. So it is not that we are not emotionally unavailable, but it is that we've learned to control our emotion. We've learned to cage our emotions in such a way that we don't always show them. But when we are alone or when we are with our fellow guys, we vent our emotions. Do you understand? And women, if a man is to vent his emotion, who is he going to vent to? I mean, the woman is already having a whole lot of drama in the house. So who is he going to vent the emotion to?
That
But
shouldn't be a problem. Sorry, go ahead.
That's why I think we are there for the men, right? So why can't you
Exactly.
just
now you are not there for us, please. You are there for your children. The moment you give birth, everything changes. That is the truth. The moment a woman gives birth, the attention is no longer the husband. The attention is the children. And
that
so
is
if a
if
man
you
is
also provide support, because normally you leave like the whole work to the woman to take care of the kids as if it's their responsibility. Meanwhile, they give birth with you.
I don't remember the last time my mom
Okay.
asked my dad, "Oh, how are you feeling emotionally?" It is always about, can we get money? Can we do this? Can we do that? Do you
Okay.
understand? So we've learned to control our emotions, deal with our own problems. Because when we bring it home, the problems are not needed home. Money is needed home. Do you understand? And I cannot come to my wife and be crying. She will take me outside and be like, "Hey, me couldn't get about my husband is a female, though. You see that thing." And men, we don't like to show weakness. So it's not like we are emotionally unavailable, but we've learned to package our emotions in such a way that even if you see it, you won't.
We hear you. We agree to disagree. We'll
And
leave the
can I
words for
say
the
something?
viewers.
They agree. They agree.
Now, I don't agree with the fact that you can't cry to your wife. Your wife is supposed to be your emotional
I
support.
know.
If
That's why she's your
you're going through
partner.
something and you can't tell her because she fears she'd go and tell other people. I mean, that's not a good wife. A good wife wouldn't go out and tell
Okay.
people that my husband is going through this and all that. She'll
This
help you.
explanation is scripted. This is a scripted explanation you are
No,
giving
I
us.
mean,
But
no,
Christian,
the
you have to
women are not
define a
doing
good
that.
wife. You have to define who a good wife is. I think we should make that the next topic, right?
Right.
All right. Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
certainly can be.
let's move on to the next one. It says all guys are players and cheat by default. So it takes someone who can deal with it or someone who's more matured to be responsible. But in general, like every guy has that kind of like personality trait. They are all cheaters by default.
I'll start with this one
Why? Why? Okay, go ahead.
because if I don't start, they will go ahead of me and then destroy
Let's
all
hear
the
you.
paths to my destination. So, I always say this that men, we are genetically not programmed for one woman, and this is true.
Okay.
Look at creation. All animals, whether mammals, reptiles, amphibians, they all do not mate one.
So
They
you're
kind of
comparing yourself to animals.
now. I'm just trying to let you look
It's
at
just a
how
question,
we are
guys.
creations. Now we are creation. We are part of creation. So there is a link. Do you understand? There is this link between the two. So all men, whether animals or I don't know. Look at lions. They tend to have this pride with four women. So I mean, naturally, men are not, created to have one woman. But
Hmm.
the good aspect is there are men who prefer to be disciplined and then have one man as maybe no men who prefer to have one woman and then be with it. For that, hallelujah, you are saved. But do not think that men are made for one woman. Nah,
See,
every man is a potential cheat. Yes, it is the truth. And the easier you guys understand it, the better things will go.
the easy
You know,
one.
yeah, you shouldn't have this mindset that every man has to be by force this loyal. Nah, I would say that
But
loyalty is very expensive.
Jeremiah, I'm sure you're picking your creation story from the Bible. Which part of the Bible says men were actually created to be cheaters?
In the original plan, Women
What?
were not part of.
Now you were with God, so you know the original plan.
I know,
Okay,
right?
Again,
let's hear from the
in God's
girls first.
original plan, women
Jeremiah,
were
it's
not part of
fine.
the plan.
Let's hear from
In
the
God's
girls.
original planning, the blueprints, the women were not part.
Hey, we were in God's head, and you knew women were not part. Okay, fine.
And
Let's
why
hear from the
didn't
ladies.
God create two Eves and he created just one Eve? If that's what I'm saying.
Okay, girls. Christy, were you asking a question?
I was asking him, since he's saying the original blueprint was for man to have more than one woman, I was asking why didn't God create two Eves and he created just one Eve?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or probably
And
two Adams.
you know, before God created Eve, there was already a woman. You know that, right?
Who is that woman? Okay, but then I don't agree with Jeremiah. I don't at all. A society that has pushed that agenda to make it look like a man can't be with just one woman. It's it's not true because and it's more about integrity and then morals as well because there are actually men who stick to one woman. So it shouldn't be something that we accept that a man can't be with just one woman.
Hmm. Hmm. And this one, are we talking in terms of relationships when you are not married, or you're talking about married men as well? Because sometimes people are like, if you're not married to the person like has right to date as many as they want. That then is another topic that is going to come up. So, Stephanie, do you have anything to say to this?
I mean, all I can say is the statement was all guys are players and cheat by default, and he actually didn't debunk it. So we thank God, because most of the time, only 20 to 25% of men admit to ever cheating. So
Really?
if Jeremiah actually here with the innocent face is telling us
Oh,
today that it's true, hallelujah. That's all I got to say.
Amen. I'm actually surprised you're saying only few admit to it because I thought they actually wanted us we the females rather to admit to it so that it gives them like the liberty to actually cheat. That's what I.
Actually, so according to survey, it's only 20 to 25% that admit.
Oh,
So maybe the people around you are part of the 20 to 25, but
maybe.
most men actually think that they can stay with one woman,
Hmm.
but deep down they have the desire, just that, as Christy said, it's based on your integrity and dignity. So maybe those people, they're just being ethical. They're like, okay, because of my dignity, I'm not gonna go and do it. But
Hmm.
the desire is still there. Yes.
And you guys think ladies don't have that desire? Because we always see new cute faces,
I
handsome
mean,
men.
So that should tell you ladies are more faithful than men.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
very simple.
Jeremiah, you don't agree to that, huh? Anyway, the third one, he says, the third one, it says, he's broke, so he's not a real man. I guess cash defines a man. Let's hear from you, girls. What do you think?
For me personally, I'm gonna debunk that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if he is broke, yeah, he might not be able to provide certain things, but that does not. What's even a real man? What That's the question here.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, what defines a real man? Because even if he's broke and he's able to stay home and take care of the kids, is he not a real man? you know? So that statement, maybe we should rephrase it to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even now, 40% of stay-home parents are dads. They are working from home, so they are taking care of the children. So I wouldn't say just because he's not having money is like, makes him like
Mhm.
not a real man or whatever. Yeah.
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 Christy, what do you also think before Jeremiah comes in?
yeah, so I agree with Stephanie. I mean, who defines what a real man is? I think being a real man is more about being in the position to protect your family. It's not just about money, like being there spiritually, having the emotional capacity to protect and all that. So someone might not have money and all that, but then trust me, they'll be the best partner or father you could think of. And then others have money, but then they can't provide that protective cover. So it goes beyond money.
So if ladies are aware of this, why are they always looking for those with money to take care of them? And I'm sure you've made Jeremiah happy because you answered the question for him, but let's hear from him too.
Annie, do you know something?
I don't know. Tell me.
Let us clap for Christy and then Stephanie.
They
That was a
answered your
nice.
question.
They just they were reading scripts.
Oh,
They were
wow.
all about, oh, a man is, look, let's be pragmatic. Let's
Mhm.
be realistic. Christy and Stephanie, they both know that when we are talking about money, it's not about responsibility, it's about money, and it gets it's
Eesh.
about money.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
the one
they know.
saying it. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's because they're on camera, so they are reading the script with this, oh, this, wife material, 1,000 yards. They know, they know.
So, Jeremiah,
They-
are you a real man?
for now, I'm not a real man, please.
You're like 70% through it, right?
It's always about money. Look,
Mhm.
who is a real man if he cannot cater for his children or his household? Who is a real man if he cannot pay school fees? Who is a real man if he cannot, take care of these basic amenities? Everything is money. Money, money, money. Money is the real
So,
man.
so Jeremiah, if the man has money but is not responsible for the family, he literally doesn't really care. All he thinks is about throwing money at the woman and then he leaves home. He doesn't really care about what is going on with the kids, what is going on with the wife, how they feel. He doesn't even spend time with the family. That person is a real man.
He's a real man, yes. He might not be taking care of that family, but he might be doing something extra, or for which we have no idea about.
Wow.
My lecturer once said that as for men, we take care of people's children, and then people to take care of our children. So it
I
might be
want to
like that.
fight
Do
him
you
here.
understand? So
Mention the
the
name of the
real man
lecturer.
is money. Money is the real man.
Mention the name of the lecturer. We have to
I'm not
invite
going to
him
mention
here.
his name. Of course, I'm not going to mention his name.
Um,
So do you
Well,
understand? Money is the real man. And everybody knows that. Christine knows, Stephanie knows.
No, I don't. I actually don't. I
I guess
still disagree with what you're saying. Like, money is a real man. Like, well, at
I
least
guess
there's
with
no mutual support economically at home. So then if the man doesn't have, but then he's still working towards it, I don't see how that is a big deal. But well, maybe in Jeremiah's house, money is a real
I guess at this point we have to leave it with to the men in the comment
yeah.
section. Be like, hey guys,
man.
Uh-huh.
your own gender is saying this, that you all are not real if you're broke. So please get money. Get
All
money.
right. It's
So
not our
that
fault if the ladies happen to go in for real men then. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so the next one says men don't cry or show weakness. I think it's almost like the first one, but let's see. Do they show weakness at all or not? What's preventing them from showing weakness or crying? They actually know
Well,
to cry.
yeah. And yeah, I think I do not agree with the statement. Some men just want to find people they can feel vulnerable with, and then you see the other side of them that they can actually be weak. So it's not all men. Maybe let's say, okay, maybe 50-50, but then the statement is not completely or totally true.
Hmm. Okay. Jeremiah, do you cry? Because I haven't
Yeah,
seen you cry
I do
before.
cry.
I've
I
seen
do
you
cry,
like
but
being angry, but I've never seen you like being sad or crying.
of course you will never see me crying. I will not come to you and cry. You use it against me.
What you
Nah.
see, that's the whole thing. You hide your
Yeah,
weakness.
we do cry, do you understand? But we don't we are very particular about where we cry.
Hmm.
You cannot see me in Ghana maybe crying outside for people to, hey, you know what they will say? I'll call your bar. Like, this guy is really a female. Do you understand? So for me to be able to show courage and then how should I say maturity, with Ghanaian context, I don't have to cry for people to see. I
Hmm.
have to be like in one cool place, and then I'll cry small, then get back to masculinity. Do you understand?
The
That
societal
is how
norms
it
is
is.
controlling you.
so
We are
basically,
all controlled by society.
why are you letting society control you? So basically, if let's say, God forbid, your mom passes away, you won't cry for your sweet mom.
I will cry, but not in public.
Why not?
Hey.
Let people know how sweet she was, how good she was to you.
Have you experienced a typical Ghanaian crying?
Yes.
The
I know
wailing.
that we see men crying at funerals,
Uh-huh.
like it's really common.
So you want me to wail?
we're not saying will, we still cry. Crying is different. Show some weakness. Let people
No,
know
no,
that
no,
you're
no, no.
The real
vulnerable.
you, yes.
Nah, there's nothing like real you. Everybody shows a social self. Everybody hides the real you.
Not
That is
You
a
know
fact.
what?
everybody.
I
Not
know, right?
everybody. Not
Really?
everybody. Not everybody.
Oh, Christy, let me ask you this question. Hey, Stephanie, let me ask you this question. There
Uh-huh.
has been time you feel like, oh, as for today, I would like to bath in the rain. But because of society, you don't.
I
Do you
did.
understand?
I did. I
But
did bath in the
that has
rain.
nothing to do with
After
society.
after growing up, I've never felt like bathing in the rain, but when I was young and I felt like it, I did. And my family can attest to that. I always did. Even when I was told to go inside, I said, no, I'm
No,
bathing in
right?
the rain.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next one, which says guys only care about sex.
Hmm.
Now you can't even be in a relationship. It's not like the guy is married to you, but once you say no sex, the guy will look at you and be like, okay, if anything happens, it's your fault.
Right.
Hmm. What do
Hmm.
you guys have to say?
Let me go first on this one. You know, Aniget, if there's anything you know about me, is that I'm very point like I'm point blank. I'll tell you the truth, regardless of what you may think.
What is your truth?
Yes, guys are all about sex.
Okay.
Oh,
That is how
wow.
we've been.
Okay. I
That
thought
is how
you were
we've
gonna
been
say
programmed.
otherwise. Like,
I thought so too.
let's go.
You know, that is how we've been programmed. Do you understand?
Hmm.
Like with respect to our hormones, how our hormones like oh, we are easily triggered. Do you understand?
Hmm. By what?
And we cannot kind of comport ourselves for a while like you ladies used to do. Do you understand? So in most relationship, it is often the guy who says, "Oh, come and visit me, come and visit me." Do you understand?
Oh,
And
okay.
and one thing girls have to know is that relationships they are for sex. This whole thing about being there for each other, they are all scripted. You understand? Relationships are for sex. If you want goals, I think you have to go and see Manchester City. They have plenty goals. But relationships are basically for sex, and that is the truth. There are some men who might debunk what I'm saying, but in a way they can be. I mean, I'll call them hypocrites. But the fundamental truth is every man
Clock
likes
it,
sex.
clock it, clock it, clock it. At this
Hey.
point, I mean, I think today, he came as like a real man, he decided to just be honest with us. So, I mean, I don't have much to say. He said it all. So
Okay.
we're good.
Okay, so you agree to it.
I have
All
always
right.
been a real man. Please tell
Wait,
Stephanie
wait,
that
wait.
I've
No,
always been a
we
real
Jeremiah,
man.
I
we
thought you
can we
Yes.
said
can
you're
re
not a
we
real
can
man.
rewind the video. We can rewind the video. Annie asked you.
No.
Okay. Christy, do you have anything to say? Welcome, Gideon.
I, I like how Jeremiah is being selective about which ones he wants to answer first before allowing us to comment. I mean, I do agree with some aspects of what he said, but then the part where he said relationships are all about sex, I don't agree. But that's not the topic today, maybe some other time.
Yeah.
Right.
We've gotten like three topics already.
Mhm.
And I hope I'll see you guys on board. So, Gideon, the statement I made, the one you just missed, it says guys only care about sex. Do you agree to it or not?
No, we don't care about sex,
Hmm.
but something that we care for. Sometimes you care for peace of mind, you care for how to
Hey.
see your family,
Hmm.
you care for a lot of things.
I don't think
But
your brother agrees to it because he says the other way around.
but when it comes to that sex aspect too, we don't joke with it. We take
Oh.
our all into it.
Hmm.
But there are a lot of things that we care for. We care for a lot of things, not just one.
Hmm.
So, in conclusion, men for the 90% of the time care about sex.
No.
That is a big no for you guys.
No.
Jeremiah.
Your brother didn't agree with you, Jeremiah, but you can always go back and look at the video and listen to what he said since you left, and welcome back. So the next statement, it says men are naturally better at leadership. Are they?
Of course, yes.
Face. Christy is like, no.
And now, of course, yes. We are naturally better.
Mm,
I mean, God gave the whole world to us. He was like, man, take dominion. You know, that is a confirmation to our
wait,
leadership promise. Do you
man,
understand?
that man, the word man is not only for like men as in a
At the time,
male,
you guys were not created,
like,
so it was only us, please.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So he was like, man, please. Do you know God is a man?
I
I
didn't
mean, we
know.
all can see that our
I
Father
don't
He
know
is a
which
is
part of
man.
the Bible says God is a man.
So you can't say God is a man or a
Everything
lady.
he does has masculine features or characteristics.
God created us in his own image, meaning that God is dynamic, can be a lady or can be a man.
No, 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 no. Then I don't agree with you.
They are all the images of God. So you can't say that God is a man. No. Man means that
this
God.
particular one. I agree with Jeremiah
And even
because we say our Father. Obviously, that's male. Our Father who art in heaven,
You see?
Father, male.
well, probably we use our Father because Jesus
They are
Christ
using that.
came in the
Aniget,
form
please,
of a
please.
man. I'm just saying, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just saying, probably Jesus came in the form of a man instead of a woman. So maybe that is why we end up using our Father. And he was the one that taught us to, pray using the Our Father, right? And then we also some of us, I wouldn't say all of us, believe Jesus is also God. And so to make it easy for us to comprehend as human beings, we have to just choose one and use our Father. That's all I get.
Nah, Aniget, nah, 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 nah. When he said, let us create man in our own image, at the time, the plan was to create only a man. Do you understand?
Are
It
you
was later
sure?
that the guy, yes, it was later that the
Jesus,
guy was like, oh, I can't live alone. Please give me Eve. And then God brought Eve. But the
Hey,
original plan was a man. Yes.
you think God didn't know the future, that he didn't know he was going to create woman.
The blueprint was always a man.
Okay, if you say
Okay.
so.
Okay. For this one, I don't agree with Jeremiah. Yes, I don't agree why men are naturally better at leadership. No, I don't agree with it. Because leadership is not about testosterone. Yes, it's not about that one. It's about wisdom. If you have the wisdom to lead, you can lead. It's not about man.
Mm.
Mostly they think that men are naturally good at leadership. Because sometimes they think that we are emotionally available when it comes to public space, in quote, public space. We are emotionally
Mm.
unavailable when it comes to public space, but that's not it. Leadership is by wisdom, how
Hmm.
to lead.
Yeah.
It's not about you being a man or a man.
And funny, I think, sorry to cut in, but I think it depends on how you define leadership. Who is a leader? Funny enough, it's like most corrupt leaders are even men, and that is the saddest part of it. And they think they are leaders for being at the very top and not doing their job. And that is really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I
The
don't,
fact, for the fact that I agree with, and leader, corrupt people are men. Yeah, the most corrupt people in this are men. That's a
All
fact.
right. Thank you
Yeah.
for agreeing with me. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Says he's a man. He should provide everything. Everything like 100%. Okay, that only God knows what that is for. All right. What do you guys think?
Okay, I'll go with hell no.
Hmm,
Hell no. Why should I
okay.
take care of everything? No.
Because you want to be the leader.
It's not about being a leader. This one is not about being a leader. If
Hmm.
you want to live a harmonious life, you have to care about yourself first. And there are some things that you yourself, you need it personally. You have to care for it for yourself. You know, for your beauty and everything, you have to care about it by yourself, not me.
Age.
There are some certain things that I have to care about. And if we are a family, I have to care about for the kids. That doesn't mean that I should provide everything for the kids. No. We are all into it together.
Hmm.
So we are one. So if we are
Okay.
one, that does not mean that I have to take charge of everything.
So you support each other. That's what you're saying, right? Not
Yes.
necessarily caring for yourself, like provide everything for yourself. Ladies, what do you think? Should the men cater for us? They should pamper us and make us feel good because after all, when we look beautiful, they end up, boasting around with us. We make them happy.
Um, I think I partly agree with Gideon and partly disagree. As a man, you should be ready to take care of the entire home. But when you marry the right spouse, then she should also have the sense that, okay, my husband shouldn't provide everything. I should support him, especially if you're working as a woman. Like, what are you using your money for? Even if you're not going to pay some of the bills, at least take care of yourself so that he will get less stress, because he's your partner. If he gets stressed out and dies right now, then what?
You
What
find
happens?
he finds
You
another person.
well, that is also an option, but if you truly love your partner, I think you should be there to support him. But then as a man too, you should be ready to provide entirely for the household. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone has anything to say, or we should just move
Oh,
on?
I
Okay.
think the world is evolving. Do you understand? And this question is particularly subjective. There are men who prefer their wives to be at home and then take care of their children. That is
Mm,
their work. They would like to provide everything. I
mm.
personally feel I believe in the split issue. So I was like, if I go on a date with a lady, we are gonna split.
Hey,
Yep,
Jeremiah. I'll ask
everything
your
is split.
girlfriend. I'll actually ask your girlfriend if you do that. I will,
Actually, we've
definitely.
never been on a date, so I've not gotten to see if we are going to split or not. But she will.
Wait, what? How have you been
Wow.
dating?
Like, I'm even surprised. How did you start dating her? Like, you just went to her house. I came to visit you. Will you be my girlfriend? And she said
Nah, it was
yes,
it,
and
it
then
was
like, okay, bye bye. I'll see you.
it was a vibe thing. Do you understand? We didn't have to go and then be official and then be like, please, will you be my girlfriend? Nah, it was a vibe, and then it just happened. You
It
have
just happened. I'm
yes, sir.
interested in your love story. I see.
Wait,
Yeah.
Jeremiah, I'll take her number after.
You take the number after.
I'll take the girl's number after. I
Oh,
mean, I want to
yes.
confirm.
We have a lot of questions from for the girl, right? All
Don't
right.
you do splits?
Uh, so far as when I proposed, you said yes, it means that you are ready to collaborate. So we are not taking no yes.
I'd like to
Hmm.
hear about your first date,
Okay.
Jeremiah. So go and prepare, plan your date. Let me see how it goes, please. It's very
How about
important.
we put him on the hot seat
Yes.
next time?
All right, guys. So the next one, it says dads. Dads are different from being a father. Two different things. So listen, it said dads are just part-time parents.
Hmm.
What do you guys think? Are dads part-time parents or full-time?
I
Quiet.
think that this will be more of like an individual thing, honestly,
Mm,
because there are some dads who actually take time out of their schedule to spend it with their kids. So we have those dads, and
mm,
we have who are, basically fathers.
mm,
And then we have the ones who are just like, okay, it's all about money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. So you as a woman take care of the kids and
mm-hmm,
will not even bother to pay attention to the child's like school stuff or even like how they're growing up. Does he need to step in and control something? Does he need to come in, tell the kids something so
mm-hmm,
that they know that okay, their father is available for them whenever. So it's more, to me, it's more of an individual thing
mm.
than like a general topic, like, not generalizing it, but making more of individualized thing. Yeah.
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 Recently, I think I went, I will, yeah, we see the thumbs up.
And I
Recently,
think
uh-huh.
I think the dad and then the father thing.
Hmm.
The father is more official. You understand? It's more or less like this accolade, this
Hmm.
portfolio. Do you understand? It's very formal, but the dad comes with this emotional thing. So
Hmm.
I personally believe if you are called father, it
Hmm.
is because you are genetically responsible for the
Yeah.
procreation of that person. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are called a dad, it means you do the responsibilities that come with the fatherhood. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
one is more intimate, and then the other is more or less like a portfolio. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Mm,
what I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. Anyone else has anything to say? Okay, nothing. All right, let's leave the rest for the viewers to also add their voices. The next one says, men are always thinking with one thing. Men, they say you're always thinking with one thing. You all know what that one thing is, unless you want to explain. Gideon, you want to go first?
Explain, please. I don't know the one thing.
One thing, what do you think with? Jeremiah, tell us what you think with, especially when you are with a lady.
Of course, I think with my brains.
Indeed. Indeed. If you think with your brains, that's fine. But normally when you're with a lady and you really want to lay this lady down. And here's the case, the lady is coming with all kinds of I want this, I want that. And they just do, oh please, Jeremiah, can you just you just fall for it. Just
I
because you
don't.
don't want that. What do you guys think?
Okay. Okay, I think the one thing is let's say in quote with the second is it the fifth statement which is about sex. Yeah.
Yes,
The one
sex.
that's what but it's not true.
Mm.
But I would say it's fair but unfair. Huh? It's fair but unfair. You have a lot of things that you are thinking about. Sometimes how to feed your parents. We think about all these things before you think about you being the lady that is with us.
Gideon, are
Think
you sure?
about being in this world.
Hmm.
Like you think about living a good life for ourselves before we think about any other thing. So there are a lot of unmarried men over there. If they get what they need outside, what so that's not about it. That's not about that one thing. We have a lot of things that we're thinking about. Me, myself, or Jeremiah over there. Jeremiah thinks about money, thinks about well-being, thinks about the football team, Chelsea, the Blues.
You know, because I think we've all heard stories where you're like, oh, some ladies sometimes just want to even be with the MILF, the partner, just to probably cuddle or have a good moment, watch a movie together. But by the time you realize the guy is like craving for more stuff, all you wanted to do was share the moment with him, but they just can't control it. I'm like, oh, Christy.
My dear one, if you decide to spend that money, try to do the other thing too. So if you can't you have this genuine thing, oh, let's do this. You are going here, you are kind of independent in our outing. You know that, yeah, you are serious. So you have to be serious with you. But if you come, oh, do this for me, spend this for me. Oh, let's go for this shopping. Buy this for me, buy that for me. At the end, you have to what? The
Hey.
thing that we bought for you, the thing that we bought for you, that's on you. You have to unwrap it.
Oh.
So it means there's no free lunch. I mean, that's what he's trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Exactly.
nothing free in this world.
But then if you're with someone and you claim to love the person and then you're making it transactional, like I'm doing this, so then I have to get this from you. I don't see where the whole partnership thing is. Well,
If I'm with you, and if you love me also, you won't spend so much.
Oh, that's your way of showing love. You shouldn't let
I
you
I
spend too
I
much.
think I think I think men, we are always ready. We are like this Wi-Fi system, always searching.
Ready
So
to connect.
if you're a woman and then you are not into a man, I don't think you should be flirting, because the moment you begin, it will catch the signal. That is where the mind changes. But I think fundamentally we do think about ourselves. I mean, football, money. But if you as a woman turn on your Wi-Fi, I will connect. Do
So,
you
so
understand?
the
Ready to
the
connect.
the Bluetooth device is pairing.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you don't want to be paired, do not be turned on.
Christy, is your Wi-Fi on or your hotspot? Jeremiah is
it's-
available.
Hey.
All right.
I mean,
So this will be the last one, and it says if a man is nice, he's probably simping. If a man is nice, he's probably simping. What do you guys think?
So you are trying to tell us that
Mm-hmm.
kindness now means weakness.
I'm not the one saying it. That's what people are saying.
wait. You just said that if you are buying things for the woman, then
Yes.
you should get something. So of course, I mean, I don't know why you're contradicting yourself now.
I'm not conflicting myself. Listen, with what I said earlier on was,
Mhm.
if you spend a lot, that doesn't mean you are not kind. If you spend a lot, oh, do this. Maybe as a guy, me, I'm building myself. Yeah, I'm building myself. Then the little that I have, buy 1 key, buy 2 key, buy another 1 key. What do you think? You yourself, what do you think?
You're just being a
I
nice
mean,
brother and a nice
To change
friend, a
my
nice
mind,
partner.
to change
Exactly.
my
Like,
mindset that you are in need of, you came in for my money. So me to change
Hmm.
my mindset towards you. That doesn't mean that if you are kind, mean that you are single. No, no. We are kind. We do a lot of things involuntarily. We don't. You will not ask for it, but we'll still do it.
but right now,
So
Gideon, you're trying to tell us that if a man is being kind to you, you should think of it as something else. Even if you're not thinking of it as weakness, you should think of it as something else.
not really, but if the kindness persists, yes, today
Yes, sis.
is
So you can be kind throughout your life.
Nah, he can't.
no,
I
He's
think
not an NGO.
young ladies around.
I think
Young ladies around. You see a man, the man will give you 1 key, you take it. 2 key, you take it. Oh, this
Ah,
one.
but you are the
The
one
moment
giving
you
it. Oh, you
realize,
said,
the
I mean, the
moment
Exactly.
you
person who
realize,
pays for
the
it.
man will start to close, then come to my house.
hey.
Okay, I won't go.
Uh-huh.
That's when everything.
I think
But
I
before you decide not to go, you get to realize that nah, I'm so into this man's money, so definitely have to go and see what the man have for me. That is it. And these things have been happening. I know a lot of people.
Well, because
The
we're
guy,
taking his kindness for kindness. But right now, you're making us understand that if a man is being kind to you, there is something else underneath. So we should look
yes,
out for the
yes.
fire.
About the other side too. Don't just receive, receive, receive without thinking anything. Think about it also.
Hey.
Okay, ladies, men can never be kind to you. If they're ever
Mhm.
kind to you, run for
I
your
no,
life,
that is not
know.
true.
flee. But that's what Gideon is saying right now.
Now, I think to an extent, what he's saying is might be true, and then to
Mhm.
another extent, it might not because I mean, most men, when they gift you, it comes with a parochial interest. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But I don't know what that interest might be. You know, early this year, I had this goal of, having a healthy relationship with a lady, and it is working.
Okay.
Initially, I would have gotten this idea about I gift her often, but
Mhm.
there is no mentality behind it because I want it to be healthy. But I
Right.
think most men out there give gifts to women
Mhm.
with a parochial interest. But as to what the interest is, I don't know. That
Mm.
is where I differ with Daniel a little.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you. That brings us to the end of this episode, the episode two, part B. If you have
Oh,
anything, yeah, if you have anything, you can add your give us your last words. Anyone who would like to say anything, we can just go around like that. I don't know, Gideon, do you want to start for us? Anything you have to say about all these stereotypes from part A to part B? What do you think?
Okay. These stereotypes may work on other men, but it may not because of what you yourself.
Hmm.
I always say it's you, the individual. Everything is about you, the individual.
Hmm.
So if this is what you want, go for it and do what you do best.
Okay.
Uh, you can do a lot of things. People may think that it's bad, but sometimes think about the society also that you are in. If you cause harm to other people, other person, stop it. But if it's not causing any harm to any other person, just move on. Do what you do best and live your life. At the end, we all have the judgment.
Judgment Day, huh?
Yes.
Judgment Day is coming. Stephanie, you want to go?
Sure. So first of all, I'm going to say it's very sad that Gideon couldn't join early because
Mhm.
it would have probably turned into an argument between him and Jeremiah because
Yes.
he disagreed a lot with what Jeremiah said and vice versa. But yeah, I also think cultural shift is redefining masculinity. So now it's more of like an individualized thing. And so generalizing these stereotypes are kind of going to create problems. So maybe we shouldn't even have these stereotypes. We should rather look at people individually, how they live their lives and whatnot. So yeah.
Thank you. Jeremiah, want to hear from you?
Oh, I think stereotypes are, sometimes good because they allow us to make an early judgment about an individual. You understand? However, I think amidst all these stereotypes, we should try to understand certain things before we confer judgment on people, because sometimes they often turn out to be different from what we assume. So let us know how to use it. It can be positive and then it can be negative. We just have to manage it. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Christy. Final words.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on the guys. Okay, so my final words,
Okay.
that's do not allow the standards that society has set to define what you do. Don't accept that you can't stick to one woman because you can.
I agree.
Okay. All done? All right,
If
guys,
she were
thank
to be in our
you.
shoes, she would have done same.
Are you sure? Christy,
I
would you
think
have
so.
done same?
Obviously not. I mean, the men I know don't do that. So
Well, the
She's saying
real
that
men.
because she's at the end of the knife. That is why she's saying that.
End of the night.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. It was a very good moment shared with you here, and hopefully we'll get to meet again. And this is the Unfiltered Minds. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, share, and follow so you don't end up missing anything. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, also as the Unfiltered Minds. And we hope to also hear from you by just putting in your comments. You can never tell, your comment might be the next topic for the next episode. For now, it's a goodbye and see you again. Bye, guys.
Bye.